how much money do I have in my bank account at this exact second? And it's definitely under 100. What are we calling this podcast?
Are Not Algorithms podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. I guess I knew that. Damn, my fault. I'm tapped in. I knew that. If it was multiple choice and there was four answers, I would have hit Art Not Algorithms podcast. I just need a second. What the fuck's going on? It's the PRTY, accompanied by my co-host.
McClain, hey, how's it going?
McClain doesn't have a last name, dickhead. All right, this is the Art Not Algorithms podcast. Today I'm going to be tuning you into the lore of Pertinence.
Woo! If that doesn't make sense, we're going over Pertinence's history up until now. This
Nice.
very moment. How exactly he got here.
I do want to clarify that again, and like I just put this on the IG. Go ahead and follow Pertinence _. But I'm not saying that I'm shit. I know McClain's not like saying that he's shit, but I think that him and I maybe together, like 1 + 1 carry it over type beat. Like I think that we might qualify enough for like having some niche experiences that we want to explain to the world.
This is all anecdotal, your story up until now, and it's a nice marking point where 3 months into Storybook Life,
Nice.
sitting here in front of your shed on top of this stage that you performed on now last month, and let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I have written down here is the inciting incident, or where it all began. So all the way back at the very beginning, when you just had this inkling of an idea. I mean, I think back to like the nostalgia music video at the very beginning too, and like the follow your dreams thing. Was there any inkling of you at that point already that already thought you might be doing something in this realm, or when did it really settle in that you kind of wanted to give it a shot?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, fucking, I just been doing it forever, and so like I always tell everybody, it's not like, it's such a weird way to go about saying it, but it's not so much that like. I just don't know what I'd be doing if it wasn't this. Like, obviously, I love it. I adore music so much, but it's more out of just, like, fucking anytime I think of college, it just was never, like, I was just like, I guess I won't be doing that. And, like, I don't even know. Maybe it's a fucking fault, bro. Maybe it's my toxic trait, but, like, I just never thought about it too much. Like, I never thought about, like, any of the risk. I never thought about, like, any of the whatever the fuck. And as long as I can remember, I was just, like, writing rap songs, and I looked up to, like, all, like the people who got to be on stage and, like, express their art to the people that it had helped. And I don't know, dude.
Are there any like first tangible thoughts where you like remember sitting down thinking about it? And, like, how old were you and where were you at?
I couldn't say like from an inception point that, but like there was definitely a time in high school where like it was on my mind every day of like, okay, if you're gonna do this, like you actually have to, like, this is something that you have to commit to, this is something you have to roll to. But like, I don't know, dude. It was just always this, like, for as long as I can remember. And like the first like little raps that I wrote and shit, I still have them like locked up in a little case back home and whatnot. But like I don't remember the first time like I was gonna do it. I think I'd always been performing, bro. Like at the end of movies and shit, I would just like if we went and saw something in the movie theater, I would like go down in front of the screen and like just start fucking jigging like so crazy for everybody in the movie theater. I don't know why. I love attention, bro, for sure. Like it's great.
No,
and
really?
so like no, I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah, I do. But yeah, so that was like, I think that kind of fed into it of like, oh damn, like this is fucking, that felt good. You know what I mean? And then when I found something that could be personally fulfilling and then like double as just like soaking in being an attention whore, then that was the career for me.
Yeah. I remember on our first phone call ever, you telling me, because I asked you a little bit, I think, about why you started and stuff like that. And you mentioned that there were some other kids at your high school or something like that were also trying to rap, and the main reason that you really started doing it is because you knew that you were better than
I would say that's what pushed me to like start like really start recording and stuff like that. Like I always had this notion, like I said, like I've been writing stuff forever. But yeah, up until that point I hadn't recorded. So I guess 2016 then would be what it was when like SoundCloud was just fucking booming, bro. And anybody that could afford a mic had one and like was making a song. Cause it was almost like, I don't know, it was another form of that like Vine or like the TikTok type shit. Like just this idea that you could do something one day and then overnight be famous the next day. And like everybody wanted a piece of that. And so then I was just like seeing fucking these kids around my school, bro. And they were so bad, bro. Like so bad, bro. And I think it was just like, okay. Like if they're doing it, if they're like nutting up and they're fucking putting this stuff out and then standing on top of it and being like, yo, check this out. Like the least I could do is just put this shit out. You know what I mean? And then from there, like.
So what when you started doing that, when you started putting stuff out or like telling your friends that you were going to, what was kind of like the reception like from your other friends around you, and how did that like progress throughout your time in high school?
It was tight. Like I don't even, dude. Honestly, like people fucked with it. Like it was cool. Off like rip. It was
Do you
definitely.
think that had to do with the fact that you were like so confident in yourself that like there was nobody could make fun of you for it because
For
it's
sure.
just fully
Yeah,
you?
for sure. There was this one girl, dude. Her name was Lauren. And dude, she was on my ass, bro, like all the time, bro. She was on my head, like just fucking toasting me anywhere we'd go, bro. And she would just like be that fucking chick. She would just be that chick that was like, dude, she was at every function all the time. And like her only purpose in life is to suck the soul out of me. Pause. And bro, like, dude, she's a dementor, bro. She was a heathen, and she's really like the only hater like that. But she wasn't even a friend, bro. She was just always around for some reason. But crazy enough, dude, my best fucking friend, like I remember like saying it out loud for the first time that like, yo, this is my dream, and like I think this is what I'm gonna do with my life. And I, like my best fucking friend now, and of like 5 years, Gabe, bro, fucking. Like he was just like, I think you should just like do something more realistic. Like that's not very realistic. You could, and his thing was like being a firefighter, and he was gonna be a firefighter this whole time. But it's so fucking insane because, like, I remember that day just being like, like, I know you don't even mean that. Like I know you don't even, you can't see it, but like you're just jaded by certain things, and it's crazy now because fucking dude. Like, he just moved to Hawaii for fucking half a year, like, just beach bumming it. Now he's coming out here, like, and he didn't, like, go to school. He hasn't, like, he's pursuing his own, like, creative paths and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, that's beautiful. But, yeah, that's really the only two things that I could really think that, like, that affected me to a point of, like, like, is this whack or, like, is this unreasonable? You know what I mean? Everybody else is cool.
Right.
Both my parents were, I mean, so fucking supportive of it.
Yeah.
Since the
That's
jump.
awesome.
Since
That's
the
awesome.
jump. And I was wilding, bro. I'll be saying some crazy shit now, but like I used to be saying some crazy shit. Just like, I don't know, dude. It was wild. It was wild. It was not good music.
When Gabe said that to you, how old were you? Like what year in high school do you think?
4 or 5. Dude, that was probably like my freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freshman year.
Yeah. And that was, go ahead.
When did you release your first song then? Like after that?
I think I was doing like I did the SoundCloud bit for like maybe a year, and just because that, I mean, like people weren't even putting shit on like Spotify or whatever. Like that wasn't even a notion. Like if you did that then back in the day, like if your shit was on Spotify, that's what like clarified that you were like a real musician.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that was a crazy thing to have your music on Spotify. You're like, oh, okay. But so that was probably like late 2017 going into 2018. I probably put my first song on Spotify like 2019. That I was like, okay, like I'm a rapper and this is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna put this stuff out. But dude, the first fucking song, like, I mean, the first fucking 30 songs, like that's cap. Maybe not the first 30 songs out, but the first 30 songs that I ever made were like on a Bluetooth speaker. Like I recorded on fucking Bluetooth headphones, like in my dad's closet, just because there was fucking.
You showed me at one point you had multiple doors.
Yeah,
like,
2 closet doors just pinned into the corner. Yeah, and that's what I'm like. I never even like. I thought that was tight, bro. Like I never had this notion of like, oh, this is kind of janky, or like, oh, what if people think it's corny, or like, is this unrealistic? And like maybe, like I'm saying, maybe that's like serves as a fault in like other walks of life, but in terms of like just blindly like following this, like I've never had like another notion of what I was gonna do.
Interesting. We were talking the other night about how in the very beginning, when you have like this inkling of something that you want to do, it takes a little bit of time before you like see it fully as who you are. It like merges with who you are, and then you've like convinced yourself already that you made
that
it.
was a bar when you were saying that. Yeah, keep talking about that.
Yeah, so it's like, to direct the question at you, it's like, do you feel like that came pretty quickly, or did that come slowly over the course of time with other people around you? And then we'll expand upon what that means after.
That is so strange. Yeah, dude. Fuck. There was a day, exactly. Like I said, I grappled with that for a while of like tossing between the two personalities. So I guess there was like a little bit of fear involved. Like maybe there was, but like in my heart of hearts, there wasn't like another option. You know what I mean? It was more of just like I felt like my heart of hearts had to like convince, like we're saying, the rest of me. Like my true self had to convince like the external me who cared about, you know, like what other people were gonna think. Like, oh, damn, I'm just fucking who cared about like what other people were gonna think and shit like that. Like I had to convince that person of me, the one that was like Snapchatting the hot chick and being like, damn, like if she listens to my music, like fucking, you know, like is it good? Like is it good enough for like the hottest chick to be hearing it? That's so superficial, but like you know what I mean. And so like I think I vividly remember a day where I was driving and fucking like just kind of like fucking hit my head of just like, all right, like. You're gonna rap, like, you're gonna do it, like, just fucking, this is gonna be the last time you're ever gonna dwell on it, and you're gonna do it, and, like, whenever you're at work and somebody asks you, like, what you're doing, you're gonna tell them you make music, and then when they ask what type of music it is, and it's, like, a 70-year-old fucking Caucasian woman, you look her right in the face and say you're a rapper, and, like, just say, like, that's what you do, you know what I mean, like, you're and so, that was, like, definitely something to, like, acclimate to, but I do remember that, weirdly enough.
That's kind of like that first battle that you go through in any kind of creative endeavor is just getting yourself to fully believe that that's who you are. And then the next battle comes with convincing other people that that's, like, at least in your close circle, that that's who you are.
And each step is, like, just a further reinforcement of, like, another onion layer added onto it. You know what I mean? Onto this, like, it's really crazy, bro. You can design, like, a life and, like, I mean, reality is so malleable. Like to the people you surround yourself with, to the environments that you're in, to like the thoughts that you're thinking to yourself. Like there's so many different ways to go about living. Like and to what it feels like to be alive. It's so crazy.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I think that is kind of my new favorite way of looking at like when you've made it is like you no longer have to convince anybody that that's who you are. Like there is a point where that is going to be the case. And you're somewhere on that journey, like you've convinced yourself, you convinced other people around you. Like now, we're at the point where like if I call you by your birth given name, it sounds super weird. Because,
the like
to
quote
me,
unquote illusion is bigger than the quote unquote like real thing. Therefore, like it's fucking that is the new real thing, you know?
Exactly. So to me,
I didn't fucking choose this name, bro. Like I didn't choose this government name that's given me. It just popped out, and they're like, "We shall call you, and you shall be." And so, like, it's really, like, so, bro, everybody, like, there's so many different points in life, too, where you, like, break down that, like, character, I think, and, like, just constantly morphing. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, well, the next stage, so that was kind of talking about, like, the very earliest stuff there. But the next thing is what we were talking about, like, the journey through the desert of, like, self-isolation and, like, the delusion standpoint. And we were talking that we're still kind of in that desert, but perhaps coming closer to the end now. So when was the first time you remember feeling, I mean, did you feel isolated from the very beginning, or did you like feel like you had your friends around you and you were just kind of like just getting started, and then all of a sudden like your interest in it like skyrocketed more and more, and it like I don't know, because that at least happened to me with Live 2 stuff. Like I felt like a part of society while I was doing it, and then I didn't, and then I like have had a return over the course of time, I feel like. Yeah,
damn. I don't know like exactly when the whole like idea of the desert thing started, but there is like that there is some like feeling of beginner's luck, I think is like what fucking, if we're going off The Alchemist, like what he calls it. And it's like this period in the beginning where it's like right after you fuck for the first time, you're not like looking like she is the finest chick forever, and like any red flag, like you're not paying attention to it, yada 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 yada. And so like when you start, like when you fall, maybe not fuck, that's crazy, but when you fall in love, right? And so when you fall in love with something, like it kind of puts this like shadow or like a vignette almost of, it's just like, this is the tightest thing ever, and like who cares if it ever works? And then you fucking grow up and you get like a car and you gotta, you know, it's like, okay, how do I monetize this now? And so I think the second that like you fully comprehend that like, okay, if I'm gonna keep doing this, it has to become monetized, is like the day you kind of step into the desert, because that's like the day that you accept it as, this is who I am, this is my career, this is what I'm gonna do. And that's when you kind of step off of like, oh, it's just a hobby, or like, yeah, I do it in my free time, and it's like, no, this is what I'm doing. And that's like, I think the first steps into it. And I'd like to think that like I can see the oasis for sure, but like there's tons of mirages, bro. And like definitely in the desert before, like I've seen fucking 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah.
And so
what,
it's really
what were some of those along the way? Like what were times where you're like, oh, it's just around the corner, and like I don't know.
I think like
any of the first ones of those.
Yeah, like the first time I ever had a video do well on TikTok was one of them, and we've talked about that, of just this idea of like, until you go viral the first time, you don't understand like how many times you have to go viral. And it's like this, I don't know, people, it's just like, oh, like just one, if I could just get one, and like it literally lasts one day. Like it literally lasts like 24 hours, bro. It's so crazy. It's such a quick hit. And like, not that it's a healthy thing to become addicted to at all, but like just logistically, like you have to do it so many times. And
Yeah.
so that was like, I think the first mirage of just me being like, oh fuck, like I did it. I'm going to take off. Like I'm going to make money now. And like that one video probably resulted in like, you know what I mean, a couple $100,
Right.
like maybe.
Right.
And outside of that, I mean, there's been a couple times, I think, just as I've become like more integrated with the music industry as a whole, and just like seeing some of the things with my own eyes that I've heard about and whatnot, and like got excited about the first time around, like the first time we did the publishing deal, or you know what I mean. And not that that's like a mirage entirely, that there's any like like blood or bad business, but just being like, again, this isn't enough. Like this isn't gonna take me to it. You have to. The consistency is so fucking critical to do it over and over and over, and just like show up every day. And that's what the desert is just like no matter how tired you are, just like left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, and just trusting that like the desert, it like is physically impossible for it to last forever.
Yeah. Where would you say you were in the desert, like right before we met, which at this point was...
That's a nice sweater, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would pop with his color grading.
Yo,
I mean,
dude.
I thought it would go real nice.
Dude, that's like a Live 2 ass sweater.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy, bro, where'd you get this?
Come on. I'm pretty sure it's
Sheesh. It's what?
marine layer.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. Shout
Where'd
out
you
marine
get
layer.
that?
Christmas.
God damn it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Big
cool.
time.
I'm feeling stupid now. I didn't even check your drip the whole time. I was sinking into your eyes. All right, what was the question? You remember? I'm sorry.
Okay. So we met and talked on the phone. I'm realizing, dude, almost exactly a year ago.
Really? What was
I
the
think
date?
it was like March. It was the end of March.
Oh, that's hot. That's so crazy.
Like we should
Wow.
we should probably check that. Hold on, give me
Yeah, I guess
30 seconds.
Hey, America, it's me. You ever have a hard time wiping? Consider baby wipes. McClain doesn't use baby wipes, and I think it's fucking insane.
I do now.
I think it's...
But we don't have any in there now.
Yeah, low-key, I ain't been using baby wipes either. We don't even have soap in our bathroom, bro.
Bro, don't tell them that.
Shit is so crazy.
We have it the whole time.
Hey, we had cleaners over the other day, bro. She said this is the dirtiest fucking place she's ever been. Yo, at one point, I went to go pay her, and I went to lift my foot up, and it was stuck to the floor. Shit was... it was crazy, bro.
Dude, it was... What day is it today? Bro, it was a year ago, 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
4 days ago.
When
it
I
would've been
first
a year
talked to
ago.
you?
When we first talked on that FaceTime when I was in the airport.
Fuck. How specific can we get to see like how much things have grown since that day? We're killing it.
Yeah,
We're
we are
literally
killing it, bro. You're about to cross 200,000. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember I called you and you were like a little bit disgruntled. At that point, you had fought through the desert a little bit. You had already decided not to go to college at that point, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you had just dropped Okay. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I listened to that on repeat.
Yeah,
in
when
that
we
airport.
talked, yeah. Wow. Wow, dude. Wow.
So at that point, I guess reflecting on that to today, like what were you doing in your daily life at that point at home when we like first talked?
Damn. Just being a kid, bro. Just being a kid. Just fucking figuring it out. I think I was still relatively new to like the whole concept of putting these videos out and just trying to like get consistent with it, like find a way that was something that we struggled with when we first started, was like, okay, how do we make this repeatable, and like how do we format this to where it's not like exhausting to make a single video, because like it should be about the music and not about fucking spending 6 hours like to edit a video, you know what I mean, especially like on like an app, like on it, just like doing text is like, it was so fucking ineffective, dude. That was so annoying. But I remember the first time we did talk, it was like, dude, fucking, that was honestly like the biggest pressure like to this point. And like, I think I've said that before, but like no other time with any of our songs, like did I feel as much pressure as TBD. Just because, like, literally that phone call ended with, like, all right, well, like, we can fuck with each other, but, like, you just need a song that people give a fuck about. So, like, just, like, not in a, like, obviously, you know what I mean? But just, like, so basically just, like, do that and we'll be straight. And I was like, yeah, like, I got you, for sure. And then fucking blessed be the baby Jeebus, dude, that, like, the next fucking day or a couple days later, that video had started doing well. And it didn't even, obviously, take off, but like enough that it validated that I was like, okay, I belong in this space.
Right.
Like I too can make the internet vids, you know?
It's so interesting, like looking back at it now, like how our entire relationship was just built off of like every 4 days we just talked on the phone for a bit of time. And like, I mean, yeah, TBD happened. You came out here for the music video, but that was after the song was already well out, right?
I came out for Bobby and TBD like back to back. It was 9 days that I was home.
Yeah.
But in the, what is that called? The inner rim.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Nice.
dude. Fuck you. Yeah, that was great. Nice, good snipe.
And so just that entire time, you'd always had just this delusional confidence it was going to work, and so did I. But I don't know, was there anything in your life like dragging you down at that point? Like, was there anything nagging at you for these other people that are possibly in the same kind of situation? Like, I don't know. Or did you just have so much confidence that those things never even bugged you?
Yeah, I think like I've always just been so fucking delusional, and like I like search for when people hit me up and like we like ask certain questions like that. That's like the one thing that I have a tough time explaining, just because like I was just like born like with this idea that like I was just like, okay, like if dude, honestly, I could put together a fucking rocket ship if like that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I think everybody should feel that way about themselves. I'm not saying you couldn't, and I'm like I believe that everybody fucking could. But like I've always just had that like faith of like, yo, if I wanted to innovate the fucking smartphone, then like I'll go to school and like I'll figure out how to do that. But it just happened to be that music was the thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And like so I don't even know, bro, to like really, really speak to that. There was, I think the most pressed like I've ever been is just like the idea of, damn, okay, like now there's other people counting on this, like from friends to like parents who like, not that they're counting on it, but in a way like, you know what I mean? If you're just every day like, no, I promise this is going to work. I promise this is going to be the route. Like I don't need the money you save for college, like, and put away like fucking, just trust me, I got this. Like that's another way, like,
right. Cause like that ability to be delusional is only like in your head. So the other people around you, like having to reconvince him every
tough.
time.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like for a while with the Live 2 stuff, even like, I think my favorite and least favorite part was like in the beginning when the videos like weren't really coming out because like all this production stuff is such a heavy like weight on people's shoulders to like actually get the videos out. It was like me constantly just telling my parents like what was happening and being like, trust me, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Like I know it's gonna work for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. Now it's crazy. Now I feel like I can't even like catch up like my parents on like what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I would say like the biggest thing maybe to like kind of caveat, it's just about like taking the jump. Like as soon as you jump, like just immerse yourself in it a disgusting amount to where like if you didn't do it, if you're certain that's what you want to do, obviously don't do that on an impulse. But like if you know that that's your true passion and like that's your true potential, just like fucking dive so deep as you can, like and then like you'll just be so immersed in it that like it'll become who you are, and like you won't even be thinking about it because in every direction that you look, it'll be reinforcing like this idea of like, no, this is what I'm doing. It's just like the idea of like everything that is in your personal experience, like in your life, that reflects onto you. So whether it's like other people's like idea of you, Jesus Christ, other people's idea of you, or just the environment that you're in itself, like that can be really toxic, I think, in terms of just like entering the same patterns and same ideologies and like routines of thought. And so the further that you dive into it and like shake up your circumstance and your surroundings, then I think the healthier and like easier it is to dive into that. That was a fucking holy shit, dude. I didn't think I was gonna get that one out. That was crazy. God damn.
It does become
chop that up, dude. That's just fucking scoop.
Once you fully believe it yourself and you start portraying it that way to the world, it really does become like at first, I'm trying to think back to the beginning of Live 2. Like, once I fully believed that was who I was, that it was, like, Live 2 was inseparable from me and it's something I'm doing until the day I die. Like, once I hit that point, then everything else started to, like, fall into place slowly because it's, like, nothing else matters. It's the only thing that, like, the only
what else are we doing here?
The only game that I'm playing is, like, that one thing. And so then it, like, now there is no plan B because, like, if there was a plan B, I would hate myself.
Yeah.
It's like at that point.
Yeah.
Like I literally cannot imagine ever doing anything else, and because of that, it's going to work. Like,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fun to like become so obsessed with it, and I think that's so important to like become so obsessed with it, because the second that like you view it as work, like I think that's when you've lost.
Yeah.
I think it's so important that
Mr. Helicopter.
you motherfucker. I'm about to. Oh God, think of a line, Pert. Think of something funny to say. I ain't got it. I'm sorry. I let you down. I let you guys down. I'm sorry.
How do you recommend we network and find intentional people to grow with?
Wow. I think it's just, I was like so fortunate, bro, to like really just swing on Live 2 my first like time around in LA. You know what I mean? But I think to like speak to that, it was just a matter of finding people who, without a doubt, like down to the core, have the exact same like unshakable ideologies and like faiths in things. You know what I mean? And not like compromising for anything less than that, because there's a lot of people that come across, like, especially when you're an artist, you know what I mean, there's so many false promises and like false prophets and all of these people that can help you and do this and this, and so I think a lot of the time for people, like, the desire to have success and like fortune maybe overshadows. It's like, oh yeah, like 80% of this is tight, maybe 20% doesn't line up, but like oh well, and then like maybe that's cool for the first like 4 or 5 years. Again, that idea of like when you first fall in love, you know what I mean? It kind of overshadows that. But I think then long term, like those relationships and stuff can be fickle. So I think it's important to build like that real rock solid foundation with those people, and then like focus on expanding. You know what I mean? Instead of just like kind of frogging around, because you have to have like a home base. You have to have like that network team, and then you can, you know, bounce around and be here with this person and do this and this and this. But I think it's important to like find those people and then like do everything in your power to grow with those people.
I think,
or else like what else do you have? You know what I mean? Like then like what else is it?
Yeah,
my biggest fear, sorry, but like my biggest fucking fear is like being on a plane one day and just like looking around and not knowing any of the other people on the plane's like parents or like their hobbies and shit like that. It's just a bunch of people in suits, like, because then it's not worth anything. So I would say like to never sacrifice like networking or connection over like that. But in terms of how to go about it, just dude, fucking use the internet. Like just fucking start hitting people up. I think you'd be real surprised at like who would respond to you on the internet. And it takes like 4 seconds. And you can literally, bro, you have everybody's phone number like on the internet. You know what I mean? Granted, like you're fighting with thousands of other people depending on who it is, but you have a direct line of contact to pretty much anybody on the planet. Just start like shooting the shots.
Speaking of, I was talking about the parents thing. You're about to meet my parents for the first time. They're
No
coming
way.
Down. Yeah, they'll be at the show, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I just got so nervous. Oh shit.
But okay, going back to that.
That's crazy.
I think
from the Caymans to LA, dude.
Bro, they're just hopping around.
Holy.
But okay, so I think when it comes to finding other people, I think it all starts with the exact way that you move yourself. And if you're not moving in the way like that you want other people to be moving around you in that same direction, then you're already like wrong. I think that there's a huge misconception, and while it is good to like reach out to people and stuff, I think more so you attract people to you than it is like actively seeking them out. And I remember my sophomore year of college when I was starting Live 2, like I was just like, oh, if only I could get in contact with XYZ, and like if they saw what I was doing, then it would be awesome, and like whatever, and like looking up and hoping that those people would like pull me up with them. But it's all about, like you always say, like looking across and seeing like the other people at your level who have that same core as you. And if you start moving in a certain direction, then your path will eventually cross with theirs. And you just have to stay so true to like who you are at the very core of things without trying to be like, oh, that's their path, let me throw myself onto theirs. Like, I think it's all about do what you want to do every single day, and like those people will naturally find their way into your lives. For sure. That's how I've always seen it.
Right, exactly. I think like to tag team off that too, it's important to not use like building like relationships or just like networking, whatever you want to call it, as like a crux for not starting. You know what I mean? Or for like not just like opening up the laptop and just being like, damn, let me like learn how to engineer and let me learn how to like maybe produce some things and let me understand like all these different walks of this industry. And that only like fucking serves you well.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, then, like, I remember, bro, I would send mixes out to people and shit, like, when trying to build this team or, like, trying to reach out to people, and it would take, like, 3 weeks. And because I didn't take the time first, because I was, like, externally searching for somebody who could, like, save me or, like, you know what I mean, make it easier, this, like, fucking just shooting ladder, like, up to the top. And I would wait so fucking long, and I didn't know any better. And so I would just accept that. Like, and I would just be like, okay, that's how long it takes. And then with, like, a music video, like, a director would take fucking a month and a half, 2 months, like, to get a music video back. And it's just like, okay, I'm just not a priority because you do take the time. And, like, even though you don't need to become fucking expert, like, in everything, it's so, I think, critical to at least understand, like, the bare minimum of the workings, like, the inner workings of stuff.
Exactly. If you're doing something every single day and you're trying to get 1% better at everything that you do tomorrow and the next day, then it's inevitable that like those things will
come to you.
Yeah,
And come to you.
come to
Right.
you.
Exactly.
For sure. Okay. Are we moving on to the game portion? Aha. So if you guys did not catch the first episode of this, then
Go watch
Pert
it
and I-
right now.
Yeah, go watch the first one. First of all,
LOL.
fuck you. Second of all, Pert and I play against
I
each
never
other.
heard you talk like that, dude. That was kind of hot. That was crazy.
Pert and I play a game. Whoever loses has to do a punishment, but we don't know what the game is and we don't know what the punishment is. Dylan, the game master behind the camera, knows those things and will host this section of this podcast video.
Official title still in working. Game master is not certain.
No, I think it's pretty official.
Fuck you, Dylan.
All right, so today we are playing the Newly Weds game.
Oh shit.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I'm going to ask each of you questions about the other, and we're going to prove to see who knows each other better. And the person that gets the most wrong about each other will have to stick their hand in the mailbox and feel for some items that I will be hiding in there.
Bro.
Yes. All right, for Pert, question 1. What is McClain's major in college?
Oh fuck.
So you want me to put like the official, like, what it actually is?
Something identifying.
Dude, why do we literally live in fucking Guantanamo Bay? This shit is so crazy. There's so many planes all the time, bro. It's so hard to make music back here.
If he gets it pretty much right, does it count?
Yeah.
All right, maybe I should try then.
Pert.
What? I said aerospace. Dude, I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna play
aerospace.
film and entertainment business. I have no idea, bro. I don't know how college fucking works.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Wait, you already said your answer. 3, 2, 1. McClain, what did you say?
Cinematic arts.
Business and cinematic arts.
Film and entertainment.
So yeah, I'm seeing cinematic and film and business and business. So
All right, we'll give it to him.
I'm gonna give 1 point to Pert. McClain, how many tattoos does Pert have?
Oh
Bro,
shit.
what the fuck?
Oh shit.
How am I supposed to know
You can.
this?
I'll help you out. You can qualify this one as on my arm as like 1.
As one?
Yeah, like just the planets and the eye. You can count as 1. Damn.
Bro, this is so much harder than the one you asked him. No way.
All right,
I'm going. Okay.
answer's in. Don't say your answer yet.
Okay. I got my answer, although it's almost certainly wrong. He doesn't even know, man. How is he just had to
Dude,
count
shut
them.
your big mouth.
They're on his body.
Yeah. got a
Answer's
big
in
mouth,
3,
bro.
2, 1. What did we say?
7. Cause I gave away that fuckery, dude. I gave away that fucking bullshit.
I only
On the
counted 6,
leg.
and I gave myself 1 extra one that I probably didn't know about. Let's go.
Back to Pert.
All right, back to Pert.
Pert, what is McClain's go-to DoorDash order?
Ooh. This is so easy. It literally lives with me. It's literally under the table.
Don't tell him.
No, that's not it.
Okay, all right. Well,
Nah, don't even lie, bro. You know exactly what it is, dude. Don't
all
even
right,
fucking
I'll
lie.
I'll do the 2 that I normally do.
3, 2, 1, show.
A Chipotle quesadilla, Coke with chips and guacamole.
Okay, yeah, that's actually exactly what the order is from Chipotle. I put Chipotle /
Dude.
Jersey Mike.
Oh, dude, you're Chipotle. You've been Chipotle in it lately. Come on.
Yeah, I have been.
All right, that's a point. McClain,
Uh-huh.
why did he choose the name Pertinence?
All right, I'm ready, motherfucker.
Pert, what did you say?
There's absolutely 0 reason. I just needed a rapper name, but it does mean relevant. What'd you put?
I put pertinent things are undeniable.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I could dig that.
You want to give him a point, Pert?
Yeah, I will. Honestly, that's not even me putting on a bit. Like, literally one night, I was like, well, I guess if I'm gonna put music out, like, it's time to get a rapper name because all my favorite rappers had rapper names. So I was sitting on the phone with that same guy, Gabe, dude, and we were just tossing shit around, and I fucking thought of that. That's so cool that I remember that day, too.
Okay.
Pert, who is McClain's favorite music artist?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, McClain, show your answer. What did you say?
Bellion.
Let's go.
John.
Bellion. Or Noah's got to be a close second, dude. Noah's all of our fucking favorite artists, but I
say
got
John Bellion.
Yeah, I said John first, and then I said Slash. Cause
Slash Noah.
I be hearing some Noah in the shower on these days.
Yeah,
dude,
for
Noah's
sure.
a good shower vibe in the fucking most innocent way possible.
All right, you guys know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we've
right
been
now.
spending a lot of time together.
All right, McClain, to tie it,
Okay.
what was Pertinence's first song released on streaming services?
Oh, gotcha. Oh, dude, there's not a chance, dude. There's just too many.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if I know the first one. Fuck.
Pert, would you like to reveal your answer?
It was a song called BGGB that I did with one of my best fucking friends at the time, and we got super fucking lit, went to a Suns game where we purchased like $10 nosebleed seats, and we're just trolling Blake Griffin for like the entire fucking game. And we just started spilling out BGGB. That was what we fucking came up with to call him. And then that night we made the song, and then that's the story.
I put blue chips.
Ah, that's not a bad fucking guess.
Not
though.
bad?
That's not a bad guess.
Was that pretty early?
Yeah, relatively early, but that was still probably, it was probably like 20.
Yeah.
It was probably like 20.
For Pert, when did McClain start Live 2?
I feel like he might get this one wrong.
I can like hear the monologue in my head. On my college dorm room. He was a freshman, and he's about to graduate right now. So let's just do some quick math. 2019. 2019. 1, 2, 3.
You forgot I'm a fifth year. I'm a fifth year senior, bro.
Oh my god!
2018.
Fuck! Damn! You forgot I'm a fifth year. Bro just likes to hang out on campus, man. Damn it! That hurt my pride.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. All right,
hell.
I got a chance to tie it up right here.
Yes. McClain,
Uh-huh.
what is Pert's favorite song that he's released?
Oh damn!
Damn.
Say it,
See,
Pussy.
I mean, there's like different things where it's like, is it his favorite lyrically? Is it his favorite like just because of the absolute like impact
All
that
right,
it's
here.
had
I'll
on
say
his
this.
career? Is it,
I'll
like,
give
one
you
where
a
he found
hint.
his
I'll give you a
pocket?
hint, but I'm gonna
Okay.
eliminate an answer.
Okay.
Okay. It's the first, like, let's say the first time that I made a song that I was like, okay, this is gonna work.
Okay. Then I got it.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Damn, this is a mess of a pepper.
Reveal your answer.
Pepper. A song called Trippin'.
Trippin'.
Nice.
Let's
man.
go.
Nice.
Because I wrote Trippin'. First one he found his pocket.
Nice. Wow. That's crazy.
let's go,
Holy
baby.
shit, McClain. Damn, how do we find ourselves in these precarious positions, bro? This is nuts.
So it's three.
So that's it? That's it? That's all the cues?
No, there's one more for each of us.
Holy, holy, bro! I need some
tie-breaking
fucking paper, bro. This is getting diced.
Pert, what is McClain's greatest fear?
Oh fuck!
Interesting.
You want me to fit this on one piece of paper, bro? Just in 2 words? One man's greatest fear in life.
And maybe McClain will give you a hint like you gave him a hint.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with something that like how we were talking. This like kind of breaks delusion in a way, where it's like, if I'm wrong about delusion, about like being so delusionally confident in myself, then this is what like would be my greatest fear of being wrong about that.
Damn, I have no idea how to even word that. But we can get philosophical, even if it's wrong. All right.
Okay, McClain, reveal your answer.
Okay. Losing people because I didn't become who I knew I could be.
Damn. That's cray.
What'd you write?
If I had to take a stab, I think that I would guess that your biggest fear would be, I said the fear of not being able to show your true potential, of like being mistook for something and then not being able to like showcase everything that you have inside, because that is like
Yeah.
a constant process throughout life.
Yeah.
And so I think, I don't know, if I was to take a stab at one thing that you'd be fearful is that like you wouldn't be able to get that out in one lifetime.
I think that is like pretty much what I'm talking about here. And then just on top of that, like, because I put so much weight on like that other people who are relying on me to become that fuller version of myself, I would lose them in the process. That's like, so like,
Damn.
Because of what you're talking
So
about,
I'm really
then
the
losing
setup.
those
I'm really
people.
the setup. You're the knockdown right there.
McClain, do you want to give him the point?
I feel like that's half a point. So that means if I miss, then he wins. But if I get it, then I win.
Wow.
Pert, why don't you ask McClain a good question
Oh, okay.
to win it all?
Okay. McClain.
Yeah.
How much money do I have in my bank account at this exact second?
To like, how close do I need to get to it?
$20, yeah.
Then $20?
Yeah. And it's definitely under 100.
How long ago did you just remove stuff from DistroKid?
Many a months.
Haven't gotten this shit
It's
for
been
2
many
months
winters since DistroKid has paid me, brother. It is long since I've seen the sun.
Is it negative?
No.
No.
Jesus Christ. Let's not do that
It was
again.
negative.
Let's not do that again.
Pert, how much money do you have in your bank account right now?
$13.13.
I said $32.
No way!
Oh, yeah!
I literally hate you, bro. You're incapable of failing, dude. Holy shit. That is absurd. That is so crazy.
Jesus. Hey, well fought battle.
Dude, that was I can't even mad, bro. Holy.
Sounds like McClain knows Pert better than he knows him.
Jesus, dude. Fucking
Oh,
hell.
the comeback, too. My
Fuck
goodness.
this. I gotta
was
pee.
down.
I gotta pee.
The third thing I have here is light at the end of the tunnel. So, that is, I guess, the oasis in its essence as well, but also I feel like reflective of very much so where we're at right now. And so, from where you're sitting, what do you feel like the light at the end of the tunnel actually is, and what does it represent, and like kind of what's on the other side? If you had to guess.
Fucking.
And how far away do you think it is?
I'd like to think that it's coming soon. And I'd like to think that it would just like result in prosperity and never fucking having an issue again. But like as corny as it is, I think the reality is that like the light at the end of the tunnel is in itself a mirage. And like there's certain monetary gain and like things that feel good, you know what I mean? Like material goods and things that like, you know, they're nice to have for sure. But I think like to flip your question into like some fucking Buddhist shit.
Okay.
I think the most important thing is to like recognize the light is inside of us and to like enjoy just doing it because you enjoy doing it, not for any like monetary gain. Because that in a sense is like the quickest way to lose. A lot of people like aren't even down to work for free for a couple years to like start making money off of it. You know what I mean? Because they never had like that like validation in themselves first and like why they were doing it. You know what I mean? Like you can't just do it for monetary gain. You can't do it for the light at the tunnel. So like to treat that as an objective point, I think is inherently like a flaw in itself. But that like doesn't change the fact that like in my head right now, before like I get to it, oh my God, like it'll solve everything.
Yeah.
I literally directly quoted from yesterday, me to you, was like, yo, I think 95% of my problems would be solved if I had money. Like,
Yeah.
and that's not true. Like, I know that isn't true, but fuck, like it's hard to put yourself in those boots.
Right.
So it's just a constant process of like
95%
reminding
of
myself.
your current problems would be fixed.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
then 95%
Right,
of
exactly.
future problems would not be
Right,
fixed,
right. There's this weird like illusion as being a human that you can one day you'll like solve every problem, and if you can like whack all the moles, then like the game's over.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like problems just evolve, and so it's really important to just change the way that you look at them. And I do get into like bouts of that where like I'm really good at just being like, wow, I'm lucky to even have like issues like this.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that like that's not to say that problems aren't very real. You know what I mean? And that like they are tough to deal with and whatnot. But just I don't know, being able to really have that like zoom out and be like, damn, what am I really doing here? Like
Yeah.
I'm just waking, dude. I haven't worked a job in like months, and like I'm broke as fuck for sure. But like I'm the happiest I've been like in fucking probably forever. Like I didn't even realize how much of like being in those circumstances. Like it was tough the first couple months, obviously getting shifted. But I'd say like the past like month, like just in terms of like day to day stuff, I don't know, it feels good because I don't know.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you've learned since you came out here, like about, because for a while it really was just kind of you operating on your own and like running everything yourself, and now there is like a little bit more of a team that you're kind of overseeing and stuff, and like that is another level of development that I think a lot of people don't realize is like, because there was at the very beginning you were still
1%.
even with those resources like trying to put everything like. You were talking about doing cuts on the vlog yourselves and stuff like that.
Right.
And like, I don't know. What lessons do you think you've learned from being out here so far?
I think exactly that, bro. Of like, I mean, and we've talked about it before, but I mean, you have like a really great idea of just that, like the most efficient way to like scale, you know what I mean, is to like not to be so focused on everything coming from your like mind, but in like teaching and encouraging other people how to like think like you know what I mean, and to like train those individual minds to like provide a product. And that's like the much more lengthy solution, like that takes revisions and patience and XYZ. But dude, if I was still like revising my own vlog footage, like, dude, what the fuck, like no way, I'd be so burnt. Be so burnt. Like, it was cool at the beginning because it was a novelty, you know what I mean, but those are things. So I think just learning to, like, the biggest thing for me, because I have had that chip on my shoulder, and not even in the team from Live 2, because that's relatively easy to relinquish just because I'm so passionate about where everybody's, like, passions are coming from themselves. But in, like, the writing rooms and trusting certain producers or certain people who are like, yo, let's try this hook. And, like, instantly I'm just like, fuck you, dude. Like, I know how to do it. I put out 80 songs. Like, I could do it. Like, you don't know anything. But, like, there is real beauty in trusting those people. And I think, like, some of my best songs, like, recently have come from, like, taking some of those advices from people and just getting, like, those outside ears who are also in the field.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Over the next 9 months, the 9 months we have left of releasing this
It's a
stuff,
long time.
what are you
We just need one song.
looking forward to the most? Like, what, if you had some specific moments that you just in your deepest heart believe are gonna happen, what are you, like, most looking forward
Dude,
to?
honestly, like, fuck the blow up. Like, the day that, like, I just look around and, like, everything's in such motion around me. Like, and I'm just like, wow, like, we have such a community here. Like, this is so, you know what I mean? The day that, like, I have, like, just enough money to, like, not check my bank account if my car is going to decline on shit. You know, that's all I fucking need right now. And, like, dude, I mean, here I go again with, like, these, I mean, I'm other things would pop up for sure, but, like, do that. We have these vlogs coming out every week. We have the music and the tapes, like, consistently coming out. If that happened and I could look around, dude, I will.
Can you hear it in the thing?
Enemy AC 130 inbound. I guess just to kind of summarize, bro, like, the day that I can look around and like, I can't even focus on one particular aspect just because everything is in such an ebb and flow. And if I myself too then can, like, lend myself to the ebb and flow and just, like, be so completely in it that, like, everything is like water, you know what I mean? It just is so, everything weaves into each other and it's so natural. Like, that would be fucking, I mean, just the idea of, like, that feeling of like, to be, I don't know, dude, that would be so serene to just be able to, like, look around and just be like, okay, if I just, like, maintain this, like, you know, we're okay, like, we're good. But I still have that, like clawing feeling. I just feel like we're clawing, you know, like, and so the day that, like, we just get to one of the peaks and we can just, like, turn around for a second without, like, slipping all the way back down and just, like, and at the end of this, it might be, you know what I mean, where we don't put out stuff for a month and we're just like, holy shit, like, holy shit, like, definitely we still got to keep going, but right now, like, we can't even afford to stop to look around.
That checkpoint definitely is got to be super, like, I think that is my light at the end of the tunnel right now, is that we're breaking even on everything that we're doing, and it's not going to go anywhere if we don't do something tomorrow or next week or whatever. Like, that's the first light at the end of the tunnel for me, and I'm sure there's another tunnel at the end of that one, but
I think, like, scientifically, bro, if we just put out enough music, it's like, we'll just, like, these songs aren't gonna do 0 streams ever. So, like, we'll just, like, the well has to overfill eventually to where, like, I don't give a fuck if each song's doing 1,000 streams a day. I'll put out 200 more songs and then we'll do 200,000 streams a day, bro. Like, mathematically.
I agree. I mean, how many more songs do we have for Storybook Life? We got 9 more months, right?
Yeah.
9 more tapes.
Yeah. So
4, so like
upwards
36.
of fucking yeah. It really
36
is.
more.
Yeah. Dude, it is.
And then
yeah.
plus if we do the best.
Yeah,
best
that would be
hits,
36 if we were doing 4. Yeah, and then the best hits, which
and then the
I don't
album
know
itself.
how that would work. But yeah, and then sure. And then anything after that.
Right.
Then I will be 22 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, then you'll be 22.
Then when in
Go on
36
tour for a couple
36
months.
songs from now.
Yeah.
36 songs from now, I'll have out like 120 songs on Spotify and I'll be 22 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, hold on, bro.
That's pretty crazy. That's wild.
Name one other person ever.
Russ?
No.
No?
No.
How many did he have out at that time?
By 21? I don't know, dude. He didn't pop till he was like 25.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, dude, the other day. This is so off topic. Maybe we cut this, but bro, when I'm 25 years old, dude, McClain, in 4 years, dude, like then I'll still be young.
Yeah. Got plenty of time.
That's so many songs. Like, fuck, man, fuck.
Maybe we'll cut it there. I think that's a good one to end on. Should we go to this punishment?
Let's do it.
Haha.
All right, I'm about to mush together an old pear into a bowl. And Pert is going to stick his hand into this bowl of mushy pear.
Holy shit.
I lost by half a point.
Yeah.
That's so fucking filthy.
You have to like put your hand inside the bowl.
This is right here, though.
Yeah, it's right there.
Dude, what?
Don't look.
I won't. Fuck, are you sure I can't?
Yeah.
It smells like fucking rubbing alcohol, dude. I don't want it, bro. I don't fucking want it, bro.
Do it.
Dude, I don't fucking want it, bro. What is it about this that makes it so scary?
What do you think it is?
Dude, I don't know. Minced garlic and tomato sauce. Dude, I don't think I'm fucking afraid as hell right now.
Grab a chunk of it.
No, dude. It's a mashed up pear.
Wow, it is. No way.
That's crazy.
Did you
It
smell
smells
it?
like rubbing alcohol. I don't know what a fucking pear smells like. I'll tell you what it was. It felt very granular. And so then from there, I squished it in between my fingers and I felt the skin. So I was like, maybe this is a potato. But the fatal flaw was Dylan left the stem in on the top.
The fatal flaw.
And the most granular fruit is in fact the pear.
So we're squishing together some lemon pepper tuna. All right.
Dude, why are you doing that shit, bro? Why are you fucking looking so goofy back there,
What
bro?
am I doing?
What are you feeling, Pert?
Nothing yet. I'm scared again.
Don't smell either. This one's smelly.
It's a can of tuna.
How did you know?
No, I didn't. You said it was smelly. I didn't smell shit. I only smelled it when I took my
Wow,
picture.
2 for 2 is impressive.
All right, I am putting in some gushers right now.
What the fuck?
Dude, you're ruining it.
Gushers.
Wow. 3 for 3 is crazy.
Well, I'm the best fucking feeler the planets ever saw. So, take that into consideration next time you want to fuck with me. The PRT. The kid indeed. The young boy with such a spleen that he can get on the ground and get back up with no pain in between. I don't want to intervene, but let me step on the scene. We're done with the podcast. I'm not trying to be mean. McClain,
Yeah.
you got something to say?
Nope, that's it.